Summits of SCO. According to the Charter of the SCO, Summit of the Council of the Head of the State shall be held annually at the alternating venue. The location of these summits following the alphabetical order of the member states' name in Russia. The Charter also dictated that the Council of Head of Governments shall meet annually in a place decided upon by the council members. The Council of Foreign Ministers is supposed to hold a summit 1 month before the annual summit of head of state. Extraordinary meeting of the council foreign minister can be called by any two member states. Analysis relation with the West. The United States applied for the observer state in the SCO but was rejected in 2005 at the Astana summit in July 2005 with the wars in Afghanistan and Iraq for showing an indefinite presence of US forces in the Uzbekistan and Kyrgyzstan. The SCO requested the US to set a clear timetable for the withdrawing its troops from the SCO member state. Shortly afterward, Uzbekistan requested for the US to leave the K2 air base. The SCO has made no direct comment against the US or its military presence in the region. However, some indirect statements at the past summits have been viewed by the Western media outlet as thinly veiled sweeps at Washington. A European Parliament researcher expressed her view that the institutional weakness, a lack of common financial funds for the implementation of the joint projects, and conflicting national interests have prevented the SCO from achieving a higher level of the regional cooperation. Geopolitical aspects. There have been many discussions and the commentaries about the geopolitical nature of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. Matthew Bremer in the Journal of the International Affairs tracks the implication of the SCO expansion into the Persian Gulf. Also, according to the political scientist Thomas Ambrose, one aim of this SCO was to ensure that the liberal democracy could not gain ground in these countries. Iranian writer Hamid Golpira had this to say on the topic. According to the Zimbrino-Brzezinski theory, control of the Eurasian landmass is the key to global domination, and the control of the Central Asia is the key to control of the Eurasian landmass. Russia and China have been paying attention to the Brzezinski theory since they formed the Shanghai Cooperation Organization in 2001. Ostensibly to curb extremism in the region and the enhance border security, but most probably with the real objective of the counterbalance of the activities of the United States and NATO in the Central Asia. At the 2005 summit in the Kazakhstan, the SCO issued a declaration of the heads of member of states of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, which addressing their concern and contain an elaboration of the organization principle. It includes the heads of the member states who point out that against the backdrop of the contradictory process of the globalization, multilateral cooperation, which is based on the principle of equal rights and mutual respect and non-intervention in international affairs of sovereign state, non-confrontational way of thinking, and consecutive movement toward the democratization of international relations, contribution to overall peace and security, and call upon the international community, irrespective of its difference in the ideology and social structure, to form a new concept of security based on the mutual trust, mutual benefits, and equality interaction. In November 2005, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov reiterated that the Shanghai Cooperation Organization is working to establish a rational and just world order, and that the Shanghai Cooperation Organization provides us with a unique opportunity to take part in the process of the forming a fundamentally new model of global geopolitical integration. The people daily express the matter in the term. The delegation points out that the SCO member countries have the ability and responsibility to safeguard the security of the Central Asian region, and the call on the Western countries to leave Central Asia. That is that most noticeable signal given by the summit to the world. As to 2010 analysis in American Legion magazine said that the Chinese Prime Minister Jaibo has concluded that the United States is maneuvering to preserve its status as the world's solo superpower and will not allow any country the chance to pose a challenge to it.